Hello. So over the pandemic, my wife and I were looking at ways to continue to enjoy some outdoor time with family and friends, and we have a dedicated home theater in our house, but with the pandemic, we haven't been able to enjoy it. So off we went to Amazon, and a quick search of Amazon, we came up with this backyard inflatable screen by a company called Sewinfla. And initially I had ordered a 20-foot screen and loved it so much that I actually upgraded to this 24-foot screen you see in front of you right now. So I just want to give a quick review of my thoughts with this screen and just my years of home theater experience. And so here we go. So this is a 24-foot screen, and it's obviously from the picture from corner to corner. The actual screen itself is about 20-foot diagonal, and the aspect ratio is 16:10. So it's not your typical 16:9 aspect ratio or 1.5 to 1. This is the aspect ratio commonly used by computer monitors and such as that. So it'll certainly work with a 16:9 projector, but I am using a 16:10 projector by Epson, which is a EX9220, which will be in the description below. The screen came with 4 stakes, 4 ropes, and an additional PVC screen. The other screen, which is attached to the inflatable aspect of the screen, is made out of a spandex material. So I actually have the screen set up on the ground right now, and this will be a continuous shot review, so I apologize for the lack of editing. The first thing is that the screen does attach to the inflatable frame via Velcro, and it takes a little bit to get it dialed in just perfectly. The actual screen itself is larger than the inflatable structure, so it can make it a little challenging just to get it perfect. The kit itself came with 4 stakes and 4 ropes, but you'll actually need 8 stakes altogether, so I ended up buying 4 more stakes here for the outboard rigging, which I purchased from Amazon. A link will be coming for that. Over here you'll see I actually have 2 blowers. The blower that came with it was a 350 watt blower, and it's the same blower that comes with the 20-foot, and I do believe it's a tad underpowered, so I did pick up a 750 watt blower, which seems more appropriate for the 24-foot screen. But again, the 350 watt blower will work for mostly everybody else. I'm just super picky when it comes to the screen being perfectly inflated. So with that, we'll go ahead and inflate the screen. This is the 750 watt blower, which is approximately 86 decibels from 3 feet away. The 350 watt blower was 80 decibels for about 3 feet away. Again, when this is all inflated and you're at your seating position, the blower sound is not distracting at all. As you can see, it inflates pretty quickly, a little under a minute, I believe, right there. The screen itself is a 2-piece screen for the spandex, and the PV screen is 1 piece. So the spandex screen has a horizontal seam in it that, even though you can project from front or rear, when you do front projection, the seam really is not that striking. It doesn't really affect the picture quality too much. But for those who it does bother, there is the 1-piece PVC screen. The problem with the 1-piece PV screen, though, is that it's prone to wrinkling in colder weather. I had it out in a 90-degree day, and I still really couldn't get the wrinkles out of the PVC screen, so I actually prefer the spandex screen. The spandex screen is, pretty flexible. It does move with the wind. You don't notice it during the movie, but what I really like about it is that it's really wrinkle resistant. As you can see from the video, it's fairly spot on. Again, the only issue is that the spandex screen is a bit oversized, so you have to play with it to get it stretched just perfectly on the structure. Here I have my Epson set up on a tripod. I did pick up a plate for the tripod via Amazon. The link will be in the description below. And again, here is the Epson projector. This projector is 3600 lumens, and I believe that's a pretty good brightness for a screen this large. Anything under that, you know, the 20 foot, it was super bright. For the 24 foot, pretty good. So this projector, it does have a 15,000 to 1 contrast ratio. So bright scenes look incredible, you know, but black levels, you know, are pretty good. Again, the reflectivity of the screen itself is pretty good. I'll attach some pictures in the link below or in the comment section. Again, it's very difficult taking a picture of a video with a cell phone here, so the pictures themselves do not do it any justice. This the screen is absolutely mammoth, and the video quality is pretty good. Again, the projector I'm running is 1980 by 1200, so it's a little extra resolution over your typical 16 by 9 1080p projector. But with that screen ratio being 16 by 10, for average movies in the 1.85 to 1 aspect ratio, you know, you're not going to illuminate the whole entire screen, such as if you went to a CinemaScope picture, which is, you know, 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio. You know, you're definitely going to have a lot of, I guess you know, you'd call it the black bars above and below the picture itself. So far this summer, the screen has been an absolute hit. The kids, the neighborhood, they all come over, you know, during this time of social distancing, and we'll be able to enjoy movies, and it's just been an awesome experience. I can't recommend the screen enough. When I purchased it, it was about $489. The price does seem to vary a bit on Amazon. I've seen as low as $425, but for that price, you know, it's pretty impressive for what you get. As far as audio goes, I'm just using an Echo Studio, and on the projector I just plug in my 4K Amazon Fire Stick. Again, you know, the projector is only, you know, 1080p or, you know, 1200p, I guess it truly is, as it's a 16 by 10 projector. So I mean, it will, you know, scale the picture down if it's a 4K signal. You know, as far as what projector to, as far as resolution goes, obviously a 4K would be really optimal for a screen this big. I did actually start off with a 720p projector, and you know, when it really comes to your resolution of your projector, you know, it's really a matter of how close do you want to sit to the screen before the pixel structure is revealed. Even a 720p projector sitting far enough away, it was a really impressive picture. And this you know, I guess 1200p projector, it's just as good. You can get a little bit closer. Well, you know, 4K would be even better. Overall, you know, the screen itself, you know, it does take about 20 minutes when you deflate it to pack it up and pack it away. The kit does come with a bag, but you know, the bag is designed to pack the screen away with taking the spandex screen itself off of it. And I certainly recommend, once you get that screen on there perfectly, I'm in no hurry to take it off again and try to get it on just right. So when it does come down, you know, at nighttime, plan on packing it up and putting it away. If you do leave it out all night and it gets dewy, the spandex screen is prone to staining. It is machine washable on a wool cycle, and I have washed the screen and it did come out perfectly clean. But again, you definitely plan on packing it in at the end of the night, unless you live in a really dry climate. It does have a zipper on the side to help exhaust the air quickly. Just right here. We'll go ahead and power it down. And again, comes down fairly quickly. But basically all you do is you bring it down, fold it in about three times over, and fold it up like a sleeping bag. I did purchase a Tupperware tub to pack it in, because there's no way you're going to get it in the bag it came with from the factory. It's just far too small. Even with the spandex screen off, you'd have to be a package engineer to get that thing rolled up good enough to fit in this bag that it came with right here, the bag on the left. So I bought this bin. It's got a little handle on it. It's got wheels on it. I'll put a link in the description. But at the end of the night, I just roll it up, pack it in there. I will say, the next day, if the screen is put away wet, I do inflate it the next day just to dry it out. Otherwise, it could end up with mildew stains on it. But otherwise, again, I can't recommend the screen enough. The customer service has been absolutely excellent for the screen. So, Sewinfla has been great with any questions or concerns. So again, for the price point, it's pretty impressive. The only two recommendations I would have is that I wish they would have markings on the screen itself and on the frame, so you can line it up perfectly when you assemble it. And the other thing is, I do believe the blower that comes with it is a little underpowered for the size of it. The other big consideration though is wind. Right now we got about a 5 mile an hour wind, and that's been perfect. Once you start getting over 5-10 miles an hour, the wind will blow the screen down, even if it's all tethered. So it is not designed for windy environments. So I would recommend it being nearly still out. The wind has died down quite a bit here. We are in mid-Michigan right now, and it is October, so this time of the year it can get a little windy, but it's not designed to be out in rain. But again, wind is a huge consideration. So otherwise, no, I've been really pretty happy with it. So again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them. I'll be sure to respond to those. But otherwise, it's been a really great buy, and I'm looking forward to using it next summer. Probably the only thing I'll change next summer is I think I'm going to put some anchors in the ground at all the points instead of using stakes, and just use like a climbing rig hook at each corner just to snap it into the ground, so that way it's always set up quickly in the same spot, and that way projector setup happens quickly, because I don't want to spend half an hour trying to get the projector dialed in perfectly. It's it's meant just to be thrown up, have a good time, and enjoy a big picture. And again, I can't tell you, this picture is huge. So anyway, well, thank you, and take care.